Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Prometheus David 8. And this is the back of the packaging, that slip. And you're welcome to pause and read that if you so choose to. And here's a picture of David. And the prototype definitely looks a lot better than the final result. And these are other figures that are available. We already got the two engineers. And we have David 8, Deacon, Holloway, and Fifield. Yeah, those are coming up on wave. Well, this is wave 2, so this would be wave 3. And then I think we're gonna get the girl later on, and who knows who else. And here's what David looks like. He comes with the helmet, which I already put on, and also extra head with the straps. And looks to be a flashlight kind of thingy. This is the figure itself. This way. And let me take the helmet off. Alright, and here's a closer look at David's head sculpt. And head sculpt is nice, but the paint job on it is not that great actually. You might not be able to tell, but the neck and the head are two different colors. And on the side here, he has a little camera, and there is a hinge on the base of it too, so that's kind of nice. And you can see spots on David's face, especially around the chin area, streaks. And yeah, overall, it's the sculpt is nice, but the paint job, it's just average. Here's that. It's a little emblem on his chest there. And articulation for this figure, it's kind of weird too. And which I will go over in just a second. Here's the other David head. It's got David on top and Wayland logo. And here's that flashlight slash something. Not even sure what that's for. Again, here's the fishbowl helmet. And here's a side view of David. And back view. And the whole Wayland logo. One thing I'm really concerned about is this piece right here. See that thing right down the center? How's he gonna sit? I am very confused about that. Maybe he has a plug down there since he's a robot or something, I'm not sure. But I would imagine sitting down would be very, very uncomfortable. And here's the other side of David. There's a little sticker on his uniform there. See if I can zoom in a little bit more. Oh, too close. So that's about it. And looks like he has a little flashlight on his belt too. There's his belt. And let's go over articulation. Alright, as far as his articulation, head is on the ball joint, and then shoulders a ball hinge, elbows a ball hinge, but this ball hinge is it's really weird. It's probably a mistake how they did the ball hinge here. Basically, when you can see the wheel itself is actually on the bicep piece and not on the forearm piece. That actually limits its articulation. So when he swings his arm forward, he cannot rotate his arm, rotate the forearm inward. Like for this one, the Boys of Silence, I guess this is called. You can see how the wheel itself is attached to the forearm instead of being attached to the bicep, because this wheel has a little peg that runs up to the bicep area for him to be able to rotate the forearm. But for David here, since the wheel is here and the peg is down there, he will not be able to rotate his forearm like a voice of silence here. So as you can see here, David will never be able to put his hands together like voice of silence here. And this would have been possible if the wheel itself, the wheel of that joint, was in the forearm and have a peg that attaches to the bicep instead of the other way around, which is what he has right now. Which is a bit disappointing, but yeah. The chest, there's a ball joint, and then the hips, there's a ball joint, and then these hinge swivel hips, and then there's a cut joint around the thigh area. He does have double jointed knees, and then a ball jointed ankle. So overall, it's a decent figure, and the articulation is pretty nice, but since he doesn't have a bicep swivel anywhere around here, which leaves this joint to be desired. And yeah, it's a shame. It's almost perfect, but it's not. Alright, to insert the second head, all you need to do is pop the first head off, which can be a pain to do. And what I did was soften up with the hairdryer a little on hot, which softened up the plastic a little bit. Or you could dip his head in hot water for a few seconds, like maybe 15 to 20 seconds. Alright, and here we have David's new head on there with the fishbowl helmet. And hopefully I got it down, because the neck seems a bit long, but not sure. Whatever. And yep, this is how it looks with it on. Overall, it's a really good figure, minus the forearm articulation. That could have been done a little bit better, but otherwise it's a pretty solid figure, I'll say. But this piece on his butt here, I don't know what that's all about. And with the helmet, David stands about a little past 7 inches, about 7.25 inches tall. But if you minus the helmet, it will be about 7 inches tall. So a good size figure, like all NECA figures are. And overall, it's yeah, pretty nice figure. And paint job is okay, not the greatest, but for this size, yeah, it's fine. And with NECA, yeah. So there you go. There's David, and thanks for watching.